Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my trophy log series. This is the series where we keep track of our most prized possessions. In the last episode we managed to catch a smelt trophy on Ladoga Lake. In this episode we are heading to a new water body, but before we do that, this is the fun for segment of the video where I try your fishing spots. From this spot you can expect to catch trophy roach, perch, crucian carp, more trophy roach, and also there is a chance for a blue tag. We filled up the roach cafe order for 11 silver and sold rest of the keep net for 119 silver, which means in total we made 130 silver. This is for all my YouTube members. Make sure to join. Thank you for all the bait. We are close to 10 million pieces of egg dough and I think we have the biggest collection in the game. This time I decided to spin the wheel on stream and it did not go well.
Amber. No.
Oh
my god. No.
The first spot of this episode I'm fishing at is at 66.29. I will use retrieval speed 30. For the lure we have Spiker 2018, the trusty lure on Belaya. I think this lure is almost always active on Belaya and it's the best thing to get, especially if you are a low level fisherman. This lure will give you back so much more money. You only have to invest like 45 silver into it, but you can get it back within like half a day fishing here on Belaya, which is definitely worth it. So for now, while fishing on this spot, I'm trying to aim to east, not too much northeast, not like southeast, just towards east. And this is the spot I hope I will get a trophy from. It will take me some time, most likely, because as you know, me and Belaya, we don't go hand to hand. We are kind of in a love-hate relationship, really. It was so difficult for me to get any trophies from here. I spent so many hours here just to get a chop trophy while trying to go for the grayling trophy, the brown trout trophy. So in this episode, I really want to get at least one of these spin fishing trophies, but we will also do some nighttime fishing for burbot because burbot could be very tricky to get from Belaya, and once we get like fully stuck on Belaya because we have only one species left and it's the burbot, we are in trouble. I'm just hoping to lock out with the burbot trophy and be done with it, and then once we come back here, hey, spin fishing starts again because we still don't have the brown trout trophy or the grayling trophy. And this spot over here, I did some research and I also did test out this spot. It was pretty good for brown trout, so hopefully we'll get some nice ones. Unfortunately, there's no cafe orders active currently, so we can't make any extra cash, but catching brown trout above 500 grams is already pretty good money. So I'm hoping for those days that we make at least like 200 silvers a day. That would be absolutely amazing. And now let's get a fish finally. And here we go. We have our first fish on. This one is a tiny one. It could be a perch, brown trout, or a small grayling, but I think this one is a small brown trout, yeah. So this is definitely not a 500 gram brown trout, but a 300 grams isn't too bad. Okay, this is a decent fish. As you can see on the bottom, the indicator is not going to the red or orange area, but that's fine because I know on this setup, if it's in the green area, but it's getting close to that orange area, it's a pretty nice fish. And as you can see, this is a very nice brown trout. I would even say that maybe it's a kilo. Okay, almost a kilo, 30 grams off. Okay, let's be precise, 29 grams off. But yeah, a very good fish. And here we go. This is one of the fun species you can get. This is a river mussel, and oddly enough, I'm not trying to go for a river mussel. I just accidentally snagged it because my spinner got stuck to the bottom. And here we go. It is nighttime, and now we will do some burbot fishing. So the first spot of this episode for the bottom fishing is at 73.44. I use clip size 60, hook size 20, and for the bait, fish pieces. Usually you do get bigger burbot on fish pieces, but I also want to test out night crawlers. So this is why on some of the rods I have night crawlers and on some I have fish pieces. I will test out which one works the best and then stick to that bait, but I do have a feeling that the fish pieces will work a lot better than the night crawlers. Also, casting this far is kind of awkward because I'm overshooting every single time, so I have to reel in by pressing Y on my keyboard, and it's just so, I don't know, weird, I guess. And would you look at that, we have our first burbot on the hook. This one isn't a behemoth as you can see by the indicator down below, but it's definitely a decent one. I think it's maybe a few kilos, I hope at least, because if this is under a kilo, then this burbot is worth almost nothing. We want those markers or 2-3 kilo burbots. They're worth quite a nice amount of cash, and also you can cut them up for bait if you want to. So you use a fish piece and get a fish piece back, and yeah, under a kilo, that's not good. I should cut it up, but I think I'm gonna sell everything I catch today today. And we have another one on straight away. This one seems to be a bit bigger, but probably not anything too good either. We want to have a burbot that's really taking us to the orange or red area. That means it is a big one, because my personal best on Belaya is like 8.6 kilos or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And the trophy size is 9 kilos, so I've been very, very close. Hey, fun weight, 888 grams. We take that. Well, that looks like a decent burbot to me. This one is actually fighting a bit, and I do believe this could be a few kilos, maybe like 2 or 3. I hope it's going to be at least 3, because then money has been made. I'm not just wasting my bait. Okay, almost 3 kilos. I was pretty close. 2.82. That is a nice burbot. I mean, the inventory is not looking too bad. Okay. This is not a bad one. This is a pretty decent one by the looks of it. Another maybe 2 kilo burbot. Yeah, 2.47. That's not bad at all. I realized that I have all these points laying around, so I will use up almost all of them to put into the fishing with a carp rod skill, because this one is a very useful one and we will do a lot of fishing with carp rods in the future. New spin fishing spot alert. Right now I'm fishing at 73.53. I will use retriever speed 30, and for the lure, Seaman Hornet 1005. So over here right now we're trying to get some grayling and hopefully a trophy one, but I haven't tested this spot out, so this is kind of a gamble. Hopefully it is a good spot. Unfortunately the weather is not the best right now. As you can see, there is a lightning storm outside and it's raining heavily. I'm not really sure if this will affect the bite rate of brown trout and grayling. Hopefully if it does, then in a good way. Come on fishy, do your thing. Take the lure finally. Oh, and we have a decent bite. Actually I haven't had a single bite before this, so this is my first fish over here, and it seems like a big one. I can put my friction up to 29 even, I think. Yeah, and this one is still spooling me. So this is a great fish. It has to be something big. If that's a grayling or a brown trout, then we might be lucky actually this time on Belaya. As you can see, it's moving quite rapidly like a brown trout, but I do believe that the big brown trout, they like to jump out of the water as well, and if you don't see any jumping, it could be a grayling, or it could be one of the 2 annoying species over here on Belaya River if you're using some light gear. It could be an asp or the notorious taimen, because taimen is super strong and they can grow to like 20, 30, 40 kilos, and if you hook into one of those that's even like 4 kilos, you are in trouble. They fight extremely hard and they don't want to get tired at all. So hopefully we have a grayling on right now and nothing else. Just give me the grayling trophy and I'm out of here. But by the way, this is spooling me. It doesn't seem to be a grayling. It has to be something else. We still have a chance at this being a brown trout, but I think the chance is quite low. I think it's more likely that this is another asp, but I guess the time will show us. A lot of time later, the fish is finally tired and it is coming in. We can see that I think that's an asp. Yeah, it's not a chub. So this is a big asp for us. I mean, asp, they pay pretty well. This kind of an asp that we have on the hook right now would be worth like 20-30 bucks, I do believe, if I'm not making a mistake right now. So it's not a bad fish in sense of money, but it just fights for so long. So you're wasting a lot of time getting against just one fish. Yeah, 3.1 kilos, almost 3.2 kilos. So that is a big asp. And by the way, I caught an asp in real life that was almost like 3 kilos, maybe 2.5. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. I think it was like 2.5, but I haven't put that video up yet on my real life channel. So I might do it in the future in this winter if I have the time and all the content that I need to make a proper video. But yeah, go check out my real life channel if you want to. Okay, I'm doing something fun while doing some lure fishing. I have my match rod in as well with the dung beetle, so we can try to get some brown trout and grayling from the top with a match rod. This was actually suggested to me by one of the guys on Discord and it's quite cool. It's a lot of fun, and if you have 3 sets of match rods, I think you can fish for them pretty successfully and make a lot of money since you're not fishing with just one rod. This reed is so strong. Like, there is no way I can get my lure back. I can't step into the water like 1 meter and get my lure back. There's no way. Oh, we have a fish on the mesh rod. Oh yeah, and it hooked itself pretty quickly. That's nice. And this time we got a grayling. Not a bad one either. I think this is a marker. Yeah, 570 grams. That is a decent fish. What a burbot. This is another nice marker fish. It's nothing too big, but hey, 2.4 kilos is not a bad specimen. We take those any time of the day. Right now, I've actually quite enjoyed fishing with lures during the daytime and bottom fishing during the nighttime. Even though you have a pretty good chance at catching a trophy during the nighttime with the lures, I still want to try to go for a burbot because it is a nuance to get anyways.
Hello guys, Please like the video. Greetings from Germany. Bye, guys.
You heard him. Go like the video. I really enjoy talking with you guys over Discord and on live streams. So this was a clip from one of the Discord sessions we did. We went fishing for like 3 hours on Belaya for burbot. Some people were fishing for some other species on different water bodies, but overall it was so much fun to talk on the Discord chat and meet all of you guys. And also, as you know, I've been doing a few live streams here and there, so in the future I plan to do some more because I really enjoy talking with you guys and getting your feedback and overall having fun. And all these competitions, they're so much fun. And I still can't believe I won my first ever competition. That was kind of cool. Here comes the money. 71 silver for the brown trout cafe order and 106 silver from the fish market. In total we made 177 silver in like 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is not too bad because we were mostly AFK during the night time. Did we actually already hook into a burbot at 9 p.m? That is quite odd. I decided to cast my rods in earlier because I wanted to AFK and wait for the nighttime and be ready at like the dark hours, and somehow we actually managed to hook into a fish. And this seems to be a pretty decent burbot if I look at the indicator down below, but that is not a burbot. That is a perch from 60-meter clip from back there on a nightcrawler. That is so weird, and it's a huge perch, 1.3 kilos. I mean 1.6 is the trophy size, so we weren't too far off, but that is extremely odd. I would have expected to catch a sterlet, a catfish, but not a perch. Thankfully, there is no perch trophy needed for the Belaya River log. I'm very happy about that. Okay, time to stop nibbling. Take the bait, please. Yes, it did, and I hooked into it. It seems like a pretty decent one by the indicator, but I really want to see it go to the orange or red area. Haven't had that in a couple of hours actually. I was expecting to have some bigger burbot quite soon and quickly, but it seems like the game doesn't want to give me any big burbot right now. But hey, this is a semi-decent burbot. And hey, all I had to do was say that into the microphone and we have a better fish on. If this is a burbot, this is definitely a nicer one, maybe like 3 kilos, maybe even 4. Maybe I'm pushing it right now, but hopefully it's around 4 kilos. Okay, that is a long fish. That has to be at least 4 kilos. Oh wow, it's actually 5.4. That is a very nice burbot. I'm super happy about that. And here we go. This is one of the fish species I wanted to catch at least one of, and this is the sterlet. It was 1.7 kilos, which is quite a tiny one because the trophy size is 9 kilos, just like with the burbot. Another decent one. Here we go. And as you can see, it is already light outside. It's almost 7 a.m. and we still had a pretty good bite, which is quite odd. I would not have guessed that we get a bite this late into the day, but maybe this is one of the ways how to get more burbot. You know, just fish here for like 8 hours instead of 6 hours, but I guess we'll see. We want to do more spin fishing though, because the early hours are very good for spin fishing and especially for the trophies, and I would rather fish for the grayling or brown trout trophies in the morning than the burbot. But that was a good one. 3.5 kilos, the second best burbot we've caught so far. I mean, the bite rate wasn't good, but we still made 82 silver, which is not too bad for just being mostly AFK. Oh, that's such a cool weight. 1111. We take that. We definitely take that. Another night, another coin. 58 silver. I wanted some more coin. 36 silver. Now this is a good fish, and I do believe if this is a burbot, this is definitely a trophy. By the way, this is the last night I would do burbot fishing, and then we'll go back to hunting for grayling and brown trout, but we might have lucked out right now, and this could be a very nice burbot, but it seems to be maybe even too strong because I have a good setup right now for burbot, and this one is not even budging when I'm trying to reel it in. This one is just sitting on the bottom, maybe it's stuck somewhere. Okay, it is moving every now and then, but it's moving wherever it wants to go, not where I want it to go. So this is kind of suspicious, unless this is a blue tag. That would be crazy. That would actually be crazy. I think the blue tag is 14 kilos, but it seems like it could be a catfish, unfortunately. Okay, around 9 hours later of in-game time, the fish is finally giving up, and it has to be a catfish. There is no way in the world that is a burbot. There is not a single burbot in this game that can be this strong. This fish was absolutely devastating to reel in. It was going wherever you wanted to go, and I couldn't do anything. And this is a nice fish. This is one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in this game. Definitely my biggest catfish, and it looks so gnarly. Look at that big mouth. This thing can just go and swallow things whole without a problem. This is a true beast. It looks so weird to see something like that in the water. A fish at this scale. This is such an odd thing to look at, but I absolutely love it. This is such a nice fish. One day we have to go for the catfish trophy, which I'm afraid of, but we'll do with 23.9 kilos, nearly 24 kilos. That is definitely a new personal best, and I'm very happy about that fish. Hopefully it also pays well, but I guess we will see. We have something semi-decent on this rod as well. It could be a smaller burbot, but yeah, that catfish, what a surprise. And would you look at that, it's actually another catfish, and this one is 4.3 kilos, so no burbot. So let's check if this is my personal best catfish, and yes it is. This was my biggest ever catfish. During the whole night, I only managed to get 2 fish. I know it's kind of funny, but hey, we made 63 silver. Used up 2 pieces of fish and made 63 silver. Not too bad, but still quite funny. Only 2 fish for the whole night. New spin fishing spot alert. Right now I'm fishing at 65.28. I will use retrieval speed 30, and for the lure, the Seaman Hornet 1005. So we want to aim towards south, but not completely south, just slightly to the east side. So we will try to aim in between those 2 perch trees that's in front of us right now, and let's hope we get some nice brown trout, because I saw somebody on Discord get a big trophy from here, almost a blue tag. Here we go, our first fish from this spot, and it seems to be a pretty decent one, at least by the looks of it right now. And if this is a brown trout, then we've definitely made a nice amount of money. And yes, it is a beautiful brown trout. Let's see how big this one is. This is 35 centimeters and 770 grams almost. That is a good fish. I mean, my personal best in real life is 56 centimeters. I don't know how much it weighed, but I do believe that could be a trophy size brown trout maybe. All right, this spot is turning out to be good actually. We have another decent fish on, and possibly not a brown trout. It is fighting like a brown trout, and it looks like a brown trout. So this means it's a grayling. No, I'm just joking. It's a brown trout, yeah. Let's see how big this fish is. Almost a kilo. Wow, that's a surprise. And we also did get some spin fishing percentage. That's pretty cool, because we want to get to 70%. It will be a nice milestone. We are currently only at like 65%. That's kind of shabby. We need better numbers. At 70%, we can unlock the wacky rig, but I don't really know where it would be that useful right now. So we would want to get to 90% for the jerkbait. And would you look at that, a nice fish. This one is actually spooling me pretty nicely right now, so this could mean it's a big brown trout or a nice grayling. But I think right now it's much more likely that this is a brown trout, since we've had so many brown trout from this spot and almost no grayling at all. So let's hope this is like a 2 kilo brown trout. This is definitely not a trophy because it's not spooling me enough. So if this is like a 2 kilo one, I'm very happy, because this shows there is a good potential from this spot to get a trophy. And also 2 kilo brown trout, that's worth so much money. Why wouldn't I want one? I guess the fish is slowly giving up, but it still has some strength. Oh no, this is an asp. No, this is not the fish I was after. And this shows that from this spot you can keep getting asp, which is not bueno. This is mucho pedo. We don't want that. Another cast, another risk, and yeah, we have something big on again. And this one is not budging. This is just sitting on one spot. It's not the typical behavior of a brown trout, so I guess it could be another asp. And if it is, I'm definitely leaving this spot, because I don't want to keep catching asp after asp. I am after the trophies that matter for me right now. I want the trophies that are in the collection log. So hopefully this is a fish that belongs to the collection and not an asp. Please. I'm so done with asp. So let's see what kind of a fish this is. And as a chub. Okay, chub is fine because there's good cafe orders for chub every now and then. And this means we can make a good amount of money. And this one is a big one. 2.6 kilos is not a bad chub. And I forgot to tell you guys, the chub trophy size is 4 kilos. So this spot maybe has potential for a trophy chub. And right now I made one more cast, and right away when my lure hit the water, we had another big fish on. And I really hope this is a brown trout, but by the looks of it, by its fighting again, it reminds me of an asp. So I guess this spot is not good. We have to get this fish in, maybe do a few more casts and then leave and never return, or at least switch the lure, because this lure seems to be attracting a lot of asp. And would you look at that, the fish is almost done. Yeah, I can see it's an asp. I could just see it through the water. It's a decent one though, I have to say that. And this one is worth quite a bit of cash again. So those 2 asp are probably like 40 silver in total, which is not bad at all. And it didn't take us too long. I decided to go and try one more time to do some burbot fishing, and we have a fish on. Nothing too big once again, unfortunately. Actually, wait, that is a decent one. That's 3.6 kilos. That's a good burbot. I'm not mad about that. Money time. We fished for nearly an hour and made 119 silver, which is not too bad. And as you can see, asp are worth quite a bit of cash. I decided to go back to 73.52 and try out some grayling fishing over here, and by the looks of it, we might actually have a grayling on. I'm still using the Seaman Hornet 1005 that's attracting all the ass, but right now this lure is very good on Belaya, so I have to give it another shot. A 1 kilo grayling, which is absolutely an amazing fish. We take that any time of the day. And it seems like this spot is right now pretty calm. The weather is nice and fishing here is pretty damn calming. And we also have another fish on the hook right away. This is another grayling, so far 2 out of 2 have been grayling, which is pretty damn good. Okay, this is something nicer. This is a big fish. I wonder what it is. Hopefully another grayling. Is moving pretty slowly, so it could be a grayling, and it's not putting up much of a fight also, so there's a high chance that this is a grayling. Absolutely take that. Then it's 3 out of 3. That would be perfect. It's going into the grass. I don't like that. I hate it when they go into the grass and almost get stuck and so on. He's doing a bit of spooling right now, which is odd, but let's see. Is this a grayling or not? Show yourself. Okay, that's a taimen. Thankfully it's a small one. I'm super happy that we didn't hook into a big one, and that taimen is 1.7 kilos, so a pretty decent fish. It's a market fish, so not bad. And look at this. We caught a roach. Yep, we caught a roach on a lure on Belaya. This is such a rare occurrence, so I'm extremely happy about that. I want to do the same on the lure fishing only account. It would be so cool to have a roach in the fish log. So far this spot has worked wonderfully, so we'll stay here for a full hour and then we'll see how much money we can make. And yeah, as you can see, that was a beautiful grayling that we caught from over here. I'm very happy about that fish. We did not make a crazy amount of money, but 96 silver is not too bad for 30 minutes of fishing. Since the spot was pretty good, I'm going to try and fish here for at least 1 more hour. I also have 2 more bottom rods in on the other side of the bank for white bream, but I will not show that spot most likely because I think I will not get anything. I'm just testing it out and trying if it's a good spot or not. I so far have a feeling like it's going to be a bad spot. So let's do some more spin fishing over here, hopefully get a nice grayling and make a good amount of money. Okay, now this is pretty cool. I thought I had a small grayling on from this spot, but I actually caught a perch, and this perch is 444 grams. So another fish that weighs the fun weight. That's really cool. I've had I think 3 so far in this episode. Usually you don't get that many of them, but this time the RNG has been on my side. And also another fish on right away. Just when I cast out, I read like 2-3 seconds and I had a nice grayling on. This has to be a market fish just by the looks of it. Yes, it's almost a kilo. Wow, that's a big one. I didn't even think it was going to be that big. Kilo grayling, and it fought almost not at all. And we have another fish on. Okay, and this is a big one. What a surprise. Right when I just cast in my lure again, let it sink for like a second, and I had a fish on. I'm so lucky. Hopefully this is another nice grayling, so let's see if this is grayling or something else. By the looks of it right now, it's a grayling, and it's slowly coming towards me, which is very nice. It's not spooling me. I mean, it would be nice if it would be spooling me, so, you know, it could be a trophy, but I guess right now we're happy and we take whatever we can so we can make as much money as possible and get some spin fishing percentage. But this is like a 2 kilo fish maybe? Yeah, 2.3 kilos. What a good fish. Well, now this is a nice fish. As you can see, it is putting up quite a good fight, and if this is a grayling from this spot, as you saw before, the 2.3 kilo grayling didn't fight almost at all, so if this one is a trophy, it only has to be a 3.2 kilo grayling, which is the trophy size, and it could be one of those fish right now on the hook because, as you can see, it is putting up a proper fight, and I would really want to have a grayling trophy because I think they are one of the coolest fish in the world. I absolutely love grayling. They are super awesome looking and they put up a good fight. Please be a grayling. The fish finally gave up, so it should be coming to the shore very soon, but it still is pushing to the left side a bit, and that is not a grayling. That's another taimen from this spot. That is unfortunate. I had my hopes up. I had my hopes up so high, but I mean, a 2.6 kilo taimen, a cool specimen. Yeah, this spot for white bream definitely not good. That's another gibble carp. I've caught only gibbles from here and no white bream. I decided to move to 68.31 with the same setup, same retrieval speed, just to test out this spot, and so far, as you can see, it is working. A 2.6 kilo grayling, so this was barely under the trophy size, like 600 grams. If it has fish at this size, it definitely has a trophy over here, so I must continue over here and maybe I will get lucky for once. Another fishing trip done, and it's time to make some money. This time I fished for around 2 hours and we made 276 silver. Unfortunately, no cafe orders, but we still made a nice chunk of cash. We spent another hour and a half at the same spot and made 187 silver, which is amazing. We caught very nice brown trout and good grayling from that spot, so definitely a good spot. I think this is long overdue, but we should finally put 3 points into fishing with spinnerbait. I should have done it hours and hours and hours ago, but now now I'm getting desperate and I will use my points in here because we will do a lot of spin fishing anyways with spinners, and this way we might finally have a chance at getting a trophy over here on Belaya. I'm sorry, okay? I just had to do it. I had to go and try one more time for the burbot. So one more night, and so far I have a very good fish on. I had almost no luck before, and now I'm starting to get some nicer fish. And this one could be the BB of this episode. Probably not my own personal best, because my own personal best would be almost a trophy. So this is maybe in like top 5 of biggest burbot I've ever caught on this account. So let's see. This fish is not fighting like crazy, but it takes still ages to get it into the net because I cast 60 meters away, so it takes so long to reel in the fish. But this is a big burbot. I do believe this is the biggest of this episode. Yes, it has to be over 5 kilos. This may be a 7. Oh, almost 7 kilo one. Damn, I predicted that almost. That's pretty cool. But yeah, super awesome burbot. I think this is it. I am feeling it. This is the brown trout trophy we've been after. It's having the zoomies. It's going absolutely crazy. It just has to be a brown trout trophy. There's no way that's a grayling. So I put all 3 points into fishing with spinnerbaits, and I have a feeling like now the luck is finally on my side. I have the skills ready to actually make some gains, or at least I hope so. So let's see what will happen. I'm keeping my rod to the right side so the fish would go to the left, because on the right side the island is almost over, and if it goes to the right too much it will spool me like 110%. So I wanted to go to the left side. There's like 100 meters of island left for me to walk with the fish, and within that time the fish has to be tired and we will get it in our inventory. But this thing is flying, as you can see. It's going absolutely crazy. My reel is on fire. I need to put the friction down or do something, otherwise my reel will probably break soon. It will get so much friction on it. Okay, I think it's time to take a walk in the park because this fish is so far away. As you can see, I have almost no line left on my spool, so I'm just trying to walk over here towards this rock right now and get closer to it so I can reel some line in. Thankfully, as I said, we have so much island left to fight with this fish, and hopefully it will not outspool us, because if it does, then there's no way there's a brown trout. That's a huge timer or something. But yeah, it's just hugging the other side of the map. It's just next to the wall and there is nothing I can do about it. Okay, the fish is finally tired, and so am I. My finger is already hurting. This fish fought me so well. I'll be honest, it was a lot of fun. It was spooling me like crazy, and I actually had to think, where should I walk? How should I try to reel this fish in without me getting spooled? And it was a blast. So now let's see what kind of a fish it is. I really hope it's a brown trout, but I didn't see any jumps or anything while fighting this fish, so there's a high chance we have an asp, and by the looks of it, it is an asp. And that is definitely a big asp, and this fish could be my new BB on this account, to be honest. It looks absolutely humongous. It has to be like over 3 kilos, because previously we caught one that was 3 kilos. It was pulling me hard, but not this hard. So let's net this fish. Oh, or not. It's just trying to swim away. Okay, buddy, get in the net. 4.2 kilos, 8,000 EXP. That is a beast of a fish. I'm very happy about that. That's probably worth a very good amount of cash. Okay, moment of truth. How much money did we make? By the looks of it, we have some good fish. So yeah, 206 silver. That is not bad at all. And as you can see, that asp is worth quite a nice penny. Here we go. New spot alert, by the way. Right now I'm fishing at 66.29, retrieval speed 25, lure spiker to 18, and so far it has worked super good. I'm aiming towards east, and this way I've caught fish pretty much every single cast and some good fish. So hopefully this is a trophy spot. I'm praying. I decided to be here and fish overnight, and I think it's worth it because it's currently 2 a.m. Okay, nearly 3 a.m. But we have a very nice brown trout on. This one is, I would say, well over a kilo, so fishing over here during nighttime is pretty productive. And look at that, what a nice brown trout. Almost 1.2 kilos. Oh, that's a good one. I can feel the weight. This isn't just any fish. This is a proper tank. Look at that rod bend, by the way. You can see my rod just being bent like crazy. And I think my reel will be on fire any second if this fish continues to rush like that. Now, as you know, we've changed the lure from the Seaman Hornet to the Spiker to 18. So there is a possibility this isn't an asp, but an actual brown trout. And I have my fingers crossed, okay? Because this is spooling me like crazy, and this could be be finally the trophy. I think I've said that this is the trophy in this episode like 10 times already, but yeah, this is the one. Trust me on this one. Okay, easy now. Let's not rush this. Let the rod do the work. Let's hook into the fish every now and then I hope we have the fish in the net. And yeah, I almost lost the fish maybe because I lost all the tension in the rod. I'm unbelievably bad sometimes at this. It was a brown trout. Did you see that jump? That was a brown trout, 110%. Okay, my hope is actually up right now. I am so excited. It doesn't show any slowing down, but this guy is big. It's absolutely a proper tank. Come on, jump out of the water again. I want to see you again. That beautiful fish. This is the moment of truth. I'm 100% sure this is a brown trout, and it was a big one. I saw it jump out of the water, and we almost have it close to the shore, but it's still quite a distance away. And now the thing is, it's either the trophy or slightly under the trophy size, because the fight wasn't like too insane in a sense. But if I look at this fish right now, I think this is a trophy. It looks absolutely huge. Like, this fish has to be a trophy. Come on, game. Give me my first ever brown trout trophy. I've been waiting for this. Yes. Gotcha. Look at the size of this thing. An absolute monster. My heart is racing right now. I can't believe it, really. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we fish on Belaya River. This is an absolute behemoth of a brown trout. I'm so happy about this fish. And that was also a weekly record. That's awesome. You love to see it. 225 silver for the keep net. I'm so happy. We're so close to 10,000 silver again as well. We finally have another new trophy added to the collection. We have now 34 unique trophies. Take care. Bye bye.